Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. In today's show, Camera Tuesday, we're gonna talk about DJI Mic 3. So let's dive deep into it. So basically take DJI Mark II and refine that puppy. So this will be the outcome. So it's basically a successor to Mic 2, not Mic Mini, Mic 2 as they are claiming, even though it looks like Mic Mini, but it is what it is. It's much smaller, that's the main core point. And it has way too many new features. We're gonna talk about them. And the price as of now when I'm recording this video in USA is around $330, and that should hopefully, knock on wood, translates to 30,000 or 35,000 rupees in India. Let's see. It's not launched yet, so I do not know. And here's the deal, like same way you have color science and same way you have audio, these two things have a lot of emotions attached to it, meaning either you like it or you don't like it. Like there is a science to it to an extent. After that is just a personal feeling. So do not get offended or angry on anyone. Like if you like road, enjoy road. You like DJI, enjoy DJI. It does not matter. Like at some point it just becomes a personal preference. It's up to you. As long as you're getting paid for it, have fun. So it has audio of that level, where it's like, you know what, you can find flaws into it. You can be like, oh, it's not like, compared to this, or I'm not liking it, but more than enough people will be like more than fine enough with it. And you have to be understand, like the quality these people give out, like the actual mic gives out, it's huge. By the time it goes through YouTube, it's poo-poo. So it does not matter. So the quality is good enough, more than good enough, meaning it will not be your limiting factor. Second, they have turbo upgrades in usability. Let that be very clear. As you get older, you realize something. The usability of a device defines whether people are going to use it or not the horsepower. Like, is it easy to use? Does it do what I want it to do? Those things matter far more than the raw horsepower. You can literally, oh, this device is like, 10 times more awesome. It's like, yeah, but is it easy to use? No. People are like, okay, let's just put it away. Like literally, that's the primary reason why camera sales went down. DSLR era collapsed because again, they literally did not improve. Anything has not changed from 1990s. Not even joking. So this is a very new thing, very awesome thing, where a company is listening to customer feedback and changing and adapting with real time. Like almost like, oh, you had this problem in Mark 2, wait a minute, Mark 3 fixed, go home. So let's understand the physical, because again, that's the biggest change. You took the Mic 2 and you miniaturize it. How the heck you miniaturize it this much? Well, you throw away two major port. There is no 3.5 mm microphone jack, meaning you cannot use it with lavalier microphones. Second, there is no USB-C port, meaning if you want to get data out of it, you have to dump it into the charging case. So it is similar to what is a Rode Wireless Pro series, where the box itself does the data dumping. Here is the same thing. Box does the data dumping, and benefit of that is half the size in all dimension. Basically, it's half the size of Mic 2. So a lot of people love tiny microphones. These is there. So now here's the deal. What about if you like basically lavalier microphones? You have to buy something else. This does not. This is a choice where DJI willingly, knowingly made a choice where it's like, nah. Everybody wants lavalier microphone, but most people don't use it, and we're gonna miniaturize it. So it does have half the size. That's the good part. Bad part, from a design point of view, I do not like the idea that this whole thing is now relying on a magnet. When you're talking about this sort of system, the clip is the thing that is holding on. Clip goes onto the magnet. So basically, if you clip the damn thing, unless somebody breaks it off, nothing is gonna happen. Here, there is no clip. The clip is the magnet. So when you clip something, the clip itself has the magnet, and this also has a magnet. So I'm like, nah. That is like, I am very uncomfortable with this design decision. Like, at least if they had a screw, right? Like, let's say they had a threaded screw, or like something that wraps around, or something more concrete. And this is like, I'm totally uncomfortable with it. Like, again, more than good enough if in this sort of scenario, indoor use, you know who we are dealing with, it's like awesome. But if I'm on a show floor, expo, I would not trust this. Like, heck, I will put a Febiquick there. So that's the part I'm not happy with. Like, from a design point of view, that's like playing with fire. Yeah, you can rotate it 90 degrees. That's not that important, especially with the risk of losing the damn device. So that's the part I think they went backwards. But again, if you are worried about it, Febiquick exists. Hot glue, not hot glue, super glue exists for that. So that is there. Now, case will do data transfer, plus the biggest issue everybody had. My brother has DJI Mic 2. So if you had dead cats, which again they provided, you can't put it on the mic and put it in the case and close the case. They forgot to put space for that. This time they fixed it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they're actually listening to the customer. Everybody complained about it's like, okay, relax, man. Here's a new one. Fixed it. We fixed the problem. So they fixed it. And oh, all other clips also. For example, oh, some designs have you, if you put the magnet, you can't put it in the box. No. If you have magnet, you can still put it in the box. You have dead cat, you can still put it in the box. So box is far more accommodating, meaning ready to go. That's what I mean by usability upgrade, meaning these sort of minor things becomes a hell lot of a hassle, especially if you have to do it every day. For example, if I was using this, I will go mad. Either I will not have dead cat or I'll just like never close the box, so to say. So fundamentally, this is a very good thing. And transmitters have 8 hours of battery life. Now, battery is tiny compared to the one. So they have improved efficiency a lot, which again does happen when you go through multiple iteration of this. So that's there. And onboard memory has been scaled up. So this puppy started with 8 gigs of memory. This puppy has 32. So it can store a lot of memory. And they have a clever trick for that. So it does consume a lot of it. So practical use is almost like a 10 gigabyte of raw storage. So that's, and charger, basically the box battery is strong enough that this puppy should be able to charge full from 0 to 100% 2 times, all the transmitter and receiver. So that is there. Plus they have fast charge, meaning you can charge it in 5 minutes for 2 hours of utilization, meaning you do not have to hold on. It's like, hey, like let's just say you can't find it, you put it there box in like few minutes, it's like, bro, we are ready to go. So that is there. And transmitter is sold alone for $99 for 10,000 rupees, hopefully. And they have a lot of dead cat colors. I do like the idea, but colors are all light colors. Like you're supposed to have dark colors, man. So, but again, it's up to you. A lot of content creator will love the idea, like where you can customize it. And again, you might even enjoy it simply because you can differentiate multiple microphone, up to 4 microphones. So physically, they have improved a lot, miniaturized it, compromised certain things, but again, more than enough people would have been not utilizing the mic input. So they're like, okay, let's just yeet it. So for whom this is made? Well, this is what we classify as prosumer level hardware. It is not for consumer. You can use it. Nobody is stopping you. And again, you can use it in cinema also. Nobody is stopping you. It's just that its target point is prosumer. So someone who wants to do a lot of work with it. Everything about this shows a commitment to can you get the work done quickly as possible. So prosumer, again, a lot of people will not like that it does not have mic input. It's not for you. Let it go. Relax. YOLO. So that is there. Now, again, I said that it has 32 gigs and they are using something clever with it. They have a lot of filters, they have a lot of AI system and all that. But here's the deal. Many times you want to color the audio, how the audio is supposed to feel. For that reason, you want a file which we will call untempered. Basically, microphone converted the audio signal into voltage signal. That signal got sent to 2 analog to digital converter, one cold, one hot. Hot simply means it's very sensitive, cold one means it's a low sensitivity. And you splice 2 data stream into one stream that we call 32-bit float. So you want that untouched file. Now here's the deal. DJI can do a lot of things on that untouched file, but here's the deal. What if you're not happy with that? What if, like, a lot of people do not like the idea. It's like once you do a lot of AI noise reduction, or the hardware does AI noise reduction, it makes the sound feel dead. But here's the deal. What if you have the raw file with that tempered file? Now you can overlap it, blend it, and get the good part. So let's just say 80% of your recording AI is good, but some places like it's not working. Cool. Go back to the manual editing. Have fun. So having that is like a very prosumer minded operation where it's like, bro, we're gonna give you best of both worlds. So that's cool. And they are also now transmitting at 48 kilohertz 24-bit over digital pipeline, because again, you can't transmit 24-bit digital audio over analog medium. It can't be sent through mic cables. So they have that. Now here's the funny thing. I keep forgetting the brand name. Last brand that I covered that had the 32-bit, it required USB. It could not do anything other than that. This does 24, which again, good, but how would you use it if all you can do is send it in USB-C? They're like, nah, they can do with basically hot shoe mount of Sony specifically. Now, this is how I know that Sony is winning in the video industry, because it would require a lot of research and effort on their part to physically make a different hardware, to have physical communication, electrical communication, and this is their Mark II product. So they did it. That means Sony is selling a lot, that they are expecting that even with, like, the amount of people who have Sony cameras, the amount of people who will buy DJI, the amount of people who will pay extra for that extra usability, and they're still making it. That means they are doing it. And benefit of that, is that you can utilize MI shoe, because MI shoe has contact points. That contact points are not only dumb analog pins, they are also digital, meaning you can do dumb and audio transfer. It will reduce the audio quality, because again, even with this, so once converted, it goes to the transmitter, receiver receives it digitally, everything is cool, but it has to convert it, then send it again. The camera has to convert it again into digital, so you have a lot of conversion losses. You want to send it digitally. Why? There is no conversion. Once you convert it into digital, you can transmit it forever. You never have to worry about losses. So this utilizes that hot shoe mount in the Sony system has the ability to transmit digital data. Plus, it can transmit up to 4 of them, 48 kilohertz at 24-bit. That is shut up, take money. That's like literally audio mastering level audio. So that's like shut up, take money. So it can do that, not only over USB-C, but also over hot shoe of Sony cameras. And auto clipping prevention is there, because again, what does clipping mean? Clipping simply means your voice raised loud enough, the voltage signal clipped the analog to digital converter. Here's the deal. It will not happen on 32-bit because you have 2, and mic range is selected carefully, and 2 of them offsetted separately. So no matter what you do, audio will always go through either one or another. You will never have to worry about clipping. But here's the deal. That's cool and awesome, but that's in 32-bit file. I want 24-bit or normal files. This is like, I got you. I have a digital file. I'll align it automatically. Similar inferior version happens in your analog microphone, where you see Prosumer and giant box. That box has a lot of knobs and all that. It has a knob specifically named limiter. Limiter is an analog circuitry that stops the voltage from rising. Now it does work, but it makes sound teeny. It's better than nothing, but not recommended. That's why like audio engineers work their ass off to adjust the gain. But what if there was no gain? What if you had 2 gain circuits, one cold, one hot? No matter what you do, you'll never clip. It has that. It's like, hey, we have this, like, garbage in, garbage out. What if gold in, gold out? So they have the gold. It's like, okay, now I can adjust the 24-bit output according to, because I know the next audio sample, is it clipping or not? I can adjust it. Zoom is also doing it. They are doing it. This is what we're supposed to have nowadays. Like, you should never have to worry about audio gains anymore. Never have to worry about clipping anymore. This is like, I got you clipping. On top of that, there is also a circuit known as balancer, analog hardware I'm talking about. They have replicated in digital domain. Why? For example, 32-bit file, it has everything. But what if you have 2 people talking? Let's say Joe Rogan talking to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson has a very higher volume and Joe Rogan has much lower volume. But you want the audience to receive it at a similar volume. Balancing circuit. They have that. How can they do it? Because they have 32-bit float audio. The audio has all the data. They got the gold. It's just like somebody sat down, it's like, hey, how can we use the gold? You can do that in post-production also, but what if the device itself did it? This can do that. And they also added time code, because why not? Let's flex a bit. So this puppy has time code. And then they went on ultra flexing. It's like, hey, it's cool and all, you can transmit almost 4 audios, but what if you have multiple camera setups? It's like, okay, cool. You have 4 microphones. All of the data, 4 microphone data can be transmitted into up to 8 receivers simultaneously, meaning you can have 8 cameras receiving time code and audio for 8 independent cameras total. That's flexing. And to make sure, the biggest hurdle with radio's communication like this is simply because they are utilizing 2.5 gigahertz, which is open frequency, as in everybody uses it. Heck, your microwave uses it. Heck, your cordless phone uses that. Everybody uses that. Problem with that is it's occupied. So they have 5 gigahertz. But here's the deal. What if you are in some high-tech place, everybody's using 5 gigahertz, now 2.5 gigahertz is free. They're like, bro, we got you. Frequency hopping. So that just improves the reliability, meaning if I go into Expo, the likelihood of me able to record wirelessly reliably goes up exponentially because it can do frequency hopping. So GG, that's there. And the most personal favorite part about me, that this can receive 4 microphones into one receiver, and one receiver can transmit it. Why? Because Sony has that digital hot shoe, which again enough people are using it, that 48 kilohertz 24-bit 4 channel, meaning 4 microphones, 4 independent channels. It's not blended into stereo mix like Holland. Yeah, sorry. Now I remember. Holland microphone. Holland also has 32-bit, and it can also receive 4 system, but it will always mix them down unless you are using USB-C. Here, it will not mix them down. If you are using Sony cameras, any modern Sony cameras, they have hot shoe mount. You buy the hot shoe mount, now you can directly dump up to 48 kilohertz 24-bit 4 channel. Meaning if you have a podcast of 4 people, every person gets his own audio track in one video file. And if you are like, okay, what if I have camera A, camera B? Boom, you can do the same thing. And all video files have time code and audio stream. That's what I'm saying. Like flat out, everything about it is like consumer can have fun, prosumer can have fun. Even pro people can be like, oh, we can utilize it. Of course, they might prefer lavalier microphone, but they can utilize it. It's not limiting. Like a genuinely good idea to have 48 kilohertz at 24 bits, and 4 channel of it is like shut up, take money. So question becomes, for whom this is made? Well, is the only thing missing from this leather vehicle, like what will make it perfect is replaceable battery. Because the moment you make something this tiny, battery becomes small. Because this is already reaching its point where it's like, I'm noticing that battery is no longer lasting. Like when I started, the battery was so strong, I was like, I could only had to charge weekends. Now I'm like, if I would be lucky, I have to charge it once a day. Again, it happens, it's normal. The smaller the cell, the quicker it degrades. This is microscopic cell. So how do you solve this problem? Well, you create replaceable battery. No, you can't have replaceable battery in something small. No, you can. Fairphone had earbuds that have replaceable battery. Earbuds are a bit smaller than this also. So it is doable. That's the only thing I wish for this company. That's like, bro, give replaceable battery. Because otherwise it will become e-waste very quickly. Although I can expect the charging case and the receiver to last longer because they have bigger cells. But transmitter will kaput itself very quickly. So that's the genuinely e-waste part of it. And again, it limits the lifespan. And since like in my case, even if I bought it, I have the issue where it's like, I'm gonna wear through the battery because I'm doing 2 video recording per day. Oh, 6 days. So 5 videos, major videos, 1 short video and live stream. So if I keep using this, the battery will not last for years also. I would be lucky if I get 9 to 10 months, and then the battery life would be like, bro, barely working. So that's the part that is genuinely limiting. I have heard through the grapevine that Rode upper management has listened to it, and maybe, knock on wood, their next version will have replaceable battery. I really wish for that. Again, I will willingly deal with a bigger, bulkier object simply because I need replaceable battery. It will go hardware to e-waste very quickly without that. So that's the one thing that I genuinely wish. Other than that, everything is there. Now, company's point of view, they can create a TX unit also. Basically, same way this has TX unit with inbuilt mic, remove the mic. Like just compromise it, like remove the mic and just have a microphone jack. And they can make it even a bit bigger and still will be able to put into what you call charging case, because again, they have a buffer area of WindCat. So, and again, you're not going to use the WindCat there. So they can easily have that, where it's like, hey, if they can put the 3.5mm jack by removing the microphone capsule, awesome. If they can't make it a bit bigger, that would be a very desirable, sellable thing. Although I don't think that will happen. But again, I really wish for replaceable battery on this sort of microelectronics. And it's finally a audio equipment setup where it's utilizing the full power, the digital era. Like, I'm not joking. Sony had an equipment known as M-Disc player. Back in those days, people figured out that transmitting audio over voltage lines is not wise. Optical data was used. I'm not joking. 1990s, optical line was used for transmitting basically audio. Why? Again, they never have to worry about voltage level on both ends. It's like free, do not care, no voltage currents. Like one is battery powered, one is mains power. Nobody cares. Optical, chill, and it was digital, chill. There is no degradation. That was in 1990 M-Disc player. It was this size, like basically upgrade to cassettes. We never got that in basically cameras. Cameras are still like, we are gonna have analog of Walkman. I'm like, why? So finally, I'm happy that somebody is like, hey, we have the digital hot shoe. Why not use digital hot shoe with digital microphone audio transmission? So I'm very happy with this. Like first time somebody is utilizing the hardware. And again, 32-bit does not matter. I do not want 32. I need 32-bit because I want a hassle-free experience. I do not want like if I start yelling in this, it will clip. I do not want that. Technically, it will not clip because I do have second audio track that is like 10 dB lower. So again, I do not want the post-processing hassle. So what do I want? I want a system where it takes care of me. I do not have to worry about it. So that's what 32-bit is built for. Hassle-free recording. For many people, it's like, shut up, take money. And again, having the wisdom to like, hey, trusting your AI, cool and all, but what if it's not giving the result you want? We have the raw file also. That is wise. So actually listening to the customer feedback, that is good. That is very, very good. So only thing now left is monitoring, which again, given how they are utilizing 32-bit, I would not rate it that desirable because again, If it's auto leveling properly, why would I have to worry about it? And if you're losing or your signal, like let's just say signal due to transmission issue, you're gonna go back to the file that is on the transmitter itself. At that point, it's like, what's the point of monitoring it? So this is genuinely a good hardware. I'm happy how they are utilizing it, and my brother is planning to buy it. So let's see when it comes online. So this was my presentation on basically DJI Mic 3. Hopefully you have liked it, learned from it. In that case, please click the like button, share it amongst your friends. That will help me a lot. If you didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, I urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show my extra disappointment. Please leave a comment because I do try to reply to all of them. Subscribe, press the bell icon if you're free. And as always, thanks for watching.